Waited until Trump's America was back to remake the one about the underage girl getting drugged and then kissed in her sleep, huh? You have to love the classics, even if they are of their time. You've got to love these stories about these really dark fairy tales with all the teeth ripped out of them, just representing women as vibing along as sad servants to cruel mother figures until a man comes along to save them. That doesn't just describe this one. How does that not just describe this one? Snow White and Seven Dwarfs is the original Brazzers ad. I mean, it's about a girl whose best friend is a well. No, I mean, it's about a guy who kidnaps a girl from her 7 jewel-obsessed caretakers. That one sticks. But really it's a story about the evil queen who realizes that she's not the most beautiful in the land anymore because there's someone younger and more beautiful than her. So instead of just gracefully aging, she decides to take a magic potion which turns her into an even more actually ugly hag. This is just the substance. So Snow White talks to animals and then she really shows those dwarves by cooking their dinner and washing all their clothes. She showed them, yeah. And honestly, I feel retrospectively like we were just dropped in the middle of this story, like half an hour after the beginning, because what is the context here? Like, what is the relationship? Who is Snow White? What's going on with this kingdom? And where's her mother and father? What are the dwarves? How did they get there? Who are they? You know? And like, the queen is only, like, on screen for about 10 minutes. Like, there's so many elements of this, just, yeah. Like, I know it was the OG as far as animated films go, but context still mattered back then, right? So Snow White is chased into the woods after living life as a servant to the queen and ends up serving 7 dudes instead. Score. Also, she talks to the animals about helping them all out and being their friend, so they bring her to the dwarf's house, probably because the dwarves have been mining out their land and fracking and destroying their natural habitat. So she goes, "Thanks for leading me here. I'll make sure these guys have warm meals so they can finish destroying your natural habitat. And also, help me clean, fuckers." Like, you know, and I gotta say, the dwarves themselves, 7 guys who look like they've never seen a woman before, they mine all day and they're all filthy. It's just 7 Minecraft players in real life. I'm a Disney child and there's not a lot of these old classics that I don't still enjoy today. Hint, Alice in Wonderland, hint. Ugh. But despite this being made in the 30s, and it almost being fair enough to do a live action remake today, because it is old, it is aged, as any film from the 30s has, it's still just, it's so wholesome and fun to watch. Like, I really just still get a lot out of this and enjoy it, even if it is at times, I'll admit, a tad dull, because, you know, the scene where she cleans the dwarf's house is longer than the entire third act. Like, come on. Snow White was the go-to as the first ever Disney film for a reason, you know? The discourse around all of these old Disney films being outdated and not up to modern standards and stuff like that is not technically incorrect in every way, but it is an awful big buzzkill, so shut it. The story is so fun, the animation is so beautiful in its simplicity, and I love the fact that none of the characters have even a hint of personality. Whoops! We said something we're not meant to say about old animated films. It is true, though, for most of them, yeah. I'm giving the purest cocaine 3.5 stars. You know it to be true, from the princesses to the villains to everyone. Like, in most of these Disney films for like the first 3 decades of their existence, there wasn't a second dimension to anyone's personality to be had, no. Subscribe for more hard truths.